To cultivate a flourishing garden, understanding the basics of soil health sets the foundation for success. Picture your garden soil as a bustling city, teeming with life and activity. At the heart of this city lies three key components: structure, nutrients, and microbial life. The structure of the soil, determined by the proportions of sand, silt, and clay, affects water, air movement, and root growth. Nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium serve as the food for your plants. And lastly, the teeming microbial life that includes bacteria, fungi, and other tiny organisms forms a symbiotic relationship with the plants, aiding in nutrient absorption and promoting growth. Think of these components as the architecture, the groceries, and the citizens of our soil city. They all work together to create a thriving ecosystem that nurtures every seed and root. As gardeners, we are the stewards of the soil. We must nurture the soil to reap its benefits. Knowing your soil type is the first step towards improving its health. But how can you do that? It's simpler than you might think. Your soil could be clay, sandy, or loam. Each has unique characteristics that impact how well plants can grow within them. Clay soil, for instance, retains a lot of water but drains slowly. Sandy soil, on the other hand, drains quickly but struggles to hold on to nutrients. Loam soil is the gardener's gold, a balanced blend of sand, silt, and clay. You can identify your soil type by simply feeling it. Clay will feel sticky, sandy will feel gritty, and loam will feel like a crumbly cake. Yet, a more accurate approach is to perform simple home tests like the jar test, where you shake up a soil-water mix and let it settle, or the pH test, which indicates the acidity or alkalinity of your soil. Understanding your soil's unique characteristics will guide you in making the best decisions for your garden. Boosting soil health doesn't require chemical additives. Nature provides all the amendments we need. Let's delve into the world of compost, manure, biochar, and green manures, the superheroes of soil improvement. Compost, often dubbed as black gold, is a gardener's best friend. It's a rich organic material made from decomposed kitchen scraps and garden waste. Compost introduces nutrient-rich humus into your soil, increasing its fertility and improving its structure. Apply compost to your soil during the planting season, or use it as a top dressing for established plants. Next, we have manure, a time-tested soil enhancer. From cows, horses, chickens, or even rabbits, manure is packed with nutrients essential for plant growth. Ensure that the manure is well rotted before adding it to your soil to prevent burning your plants. The best time to apply manure is in the fall, giving it ample time to break down before planting season. Biochar is another natural soil amendment not to be overlooked. It's a form of charcoal that improves soil's capacity to retain nutrients and water. Sprinkle biochar into your soil before planting, and you'll see a remarkable difference in your garden's productivity. Last but certainly not least are green manures. These are crops grown specifically to be turned back into the soil, usually in the off-season. They not only add organic matter to the soil, but also prevent erosion and suppress weeds. Try planting clover, rye, or vetch, and then till them into the soil at the end of their growth cycle. Each of these natural amendments serves a unique purpose in improving soil health. But remember, timing is everything. Applying these amendments at the right time can make all the difference in your garden's performance. With a little patience and a lot of love for your soil, you'll soon see your garden thrive like never before. With these natural amendments, you're well on your way to creating a thriving soil ecosystem. Mulching, a simple but magical technique, can drastically improve your soil health. It's a gardener's secret weapon, an ally in the quest for a thriving garden. In essence, mulching is the act of covering the soil with organic materials. These could range from straw, bark, to fallen leaves. The choice is yours. Each material brings its own unique benefits, but they all share common purposes. They help the soil retain moisture, reducing the need for constant watering. They regulate soil temperature, creating a comfortable environment for your plants to grow. And as these materials break down over time, they contribute valuable nutrients back into the soil, enriching it and promoting healthy plant growth. But it's not just about the soil. Mulching also helps suppress weeds, giving your plants less competition for those precious resources. All things considered, mulching is an easy step with big rewards. Try it and see the difference in your garden. Microbes might be invisible to the naked eye, but they are the invisible heroes of our soil. Just like a bustling city, your garden soil is teeming with life, a microscopic universe of bacteria, fungi, and other beneficial organisms that play a crucial role in the health and productivity of your garden. These tiny powerhouses are the unsung heroes of soil health, working tirelessly to break down organic matter and convert it into nutrients that your plants can use. They help to improve soil structure, making it more porous and better able to retain water and nutrients. They also play a vital role in defending your plants against diseases and pests. So how can we encourage these beneficial microbes to thrive in our soil? The answer lies in providing them with what they need to grow and flourish. Firstly, microbes feast on organic matter, so regularly adding compost to your soil is like setting out a buffet for these little workers. Not only does compost provide a smorgasbord of nutrients for your plants, but it also feeds the microorganisms that help to make those nutrients available. Secondly, consider brewing up a batch of compost tea. This nutrient-rich concoction is a favorite among organic gardeners for its ability to boost microbial activity in the soil. Simply steep compost in water, strain it, and apply the resulting tea to your soil. It's like an energy drink for your garden's microscopic life. Lastly, planting cover crops is another excellent way to encourage beneficial microbes. These plants not only protect your soil from erosion, but also improve its structure and fertility. When they die back, they decompose, providing more organic matter for the microbes to feast on. Remember, a healthy soil ecosystem is all about balance. By fostering a vibrant microbe community, you'll see your plants thrive like never before. So the next time you're working in your garden, spare a thought for the invisible heroes beneath your feet, working tirelessly to transform your garden into a thriving, productive oasis. Just like us, soils have different needs in different seasons. Spring is the season of renewal, the perfect time to wake your soil from its winter slumber. Start by testing your soil's pH levels to determine the nutrients it may be lacking. Once you've established what's needed, it's time to amend your soil. Use compost or manure to replenish the nutrients and improve the texture of your soil. Remember, it's all about balance. Too much of anything can be harmful. As we move into the heat of summer, your soil will need a little extra care to combat drying out. This is where mulching comes into play. Mulching not only helps retain moisture, but also suppresses weeds and adds organic matter back to the soil as it decomposes. It's like a cool drink and a sun hat for your soil, protecting it from the intense summer sun. When the leaves begin to fall and autumn graces us with its presence, it's time to put your garden to bed. But before you do, add a layer of compost to your soil. This will slowly break down over the winter, providing a steady supply of nutrients. Autumn is also a great time to plant cover crops. These hard workers will protect your soil from erosion, improve its structure, and even fix nitrogen, preparing your soil for the next growing season. Winter may seem like a time of rest, but beneath the surface, your soil is still hard at work. The organic matter you've added is breaking down, becoming a feast for the soil's microorganisms. During this time, avoid walking on your soil to prevent compaction, which can impede drainage and root growth. By tuning into the rhythm of the seasons, you can ensure your soil stays healthy year-round. So, let's roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty, because the secret to a thriving garden is just beneath our feet. Healthy soil is the heartbeat of any garden. It's the foundation upon which all life in your garden depends, from the smallest microorganism to the largest tree. Soil is much more than just dirt. It's a complex ecosystem filled with life, nutrients, and the potential for growth. In this journey we've taken together, we've explored the layers beneath the surface, delving deep into the world beneath our feet. It's a world that's often overlooked, but one that holds the key to a thriving garden. We started by understanding the basics of soil health, looking at the importance of soil structure, nutrients, and microbial life. We learned that good soil isn't about getting the right mix of sand, silt, and clay, but about creating an environment where plants can access the nutrients they need. We spoke about the role of organic matter in improving soil structure, making it easier for roots to penetrate and for water to infiltrate. We discovered that nutrients are not just about fertilizers, but about a complex web of interactions between plants, microbes, and the soil itself. We then moved on to assessing your soil type. We explored the characteristics of different soil types, from the heavy clay soils that can hold water and nutrients, but can be hard to work with, to the light sandy soils that are easy to work with but can drain too quickly. We learned simple home tests to determine your soil type and its health, equipping you with the tools to understand what your garden needs. But understanding your soil isn't enough. We also need to know how to improve it. That's where natural amendments come in. We learned about the power of compost, manure, biochar, and green manures in improving soil health. We discussed how these amendments can improve soil structure, increase nutrient availability, and boost microbial life. We also learned about the magic of mulching. Mulching is a simple technique that can have profound effects on your garden. It can help retain moisture, regulate soil temperature, and even suppress weeds. And the best part? It's all natural. But soil health isn't just about what you add to it, it's also about what lives in it. We discovered the world of beneficial microbes, the tiny organisms that play a massive role in soil health. We learned how to encourage these beneficial microbes through techniques like compost tea and cover crops. And finally, we discussed seasonal soil care. We learned that soil care isn't a one-time task, but an ongoing process that changes with the seasons. From the spring preparations to the winter rest, each season brings its own tasks and challenges. But why does all this matter? Because healthy soil is the foundation of a healthy garden. It's the key to growing lush, vibrant plants and producing bountiful harvests. It's about working with nature, not against it. It's about nurturing the soil so that it can nurture your plants in return. So, what's the secret to a thriving garden? It's not about the latest gadgets or the most expensive fertilizers. It's not about following the latest trends or copying what your neighbor is doing. The secret to a thriving garden is right beneath your feet. It's in the soil. Whether you're a novice gardener just starting out or an experienced green thumb looking for new ideas, I hope this journey has inspired you. I hope it's given you a new appreciation for the world beneath your feet and a new understanding of how to nurture it. Because in the end, that's what gardening is all about. It's not just about growing plants, it's about growing a connection with nature. It's about understanding and working with the natural world, not against it. It's about nurturing the soil and in return, watching your garden flourish. So the next time you step out into your garden, take a moment to appreciate the soil beneath your feet. Remember the life it holds, the nutrients it provides, and the potential it has. And remember, the secret to a thriving garden isn't about what you put on your plants, but what you put in your soil. Because when you nurture the soil, the garden will flourish. So go ahead, dig in and let your garden grow.